my Sacred Amethyst family, and welcome home. Today I want to discuss with you guys the topic about demons. Before we even get into this topic, I just want to explain a little bit about myself. I am a skeptic medium. Now I know, a lot of people literally look at me and go, a skeptic what? What do you mean you're skeptical? What do you mean? You should believe in everything because you're psychic. You should believe in what you have been taught by other psychics and books and things like that too. For me, that is not the case. I'm a very skeptical person. So when it comes to certain things, I have to see, hear, feel, or deal with it to actually believe in it or look into things to study in. I, for one, don't like to just say, this person told me about this story, now I fully believe in this. I like to research. I like to look into depth. I like to talk to my spirit guide, Anna. And I like to connect with what the hell is actually happening in my life, physically and spiritually. When it comes down to demons, I don't believe in them. I have never dealt with one, seen one, or felt one around me. When you think about it, I have been communicating with spirit since birth, but can remember starting at the age of 4 to actually communicating with them and seeing them. I have never in my life, I'm 26 now, in however many years it's been, I don't want to do the math, I have not yet communicated or saw or spoken to a demon. I have communicated with my spirit guide and read books and studied into certain things. And I do agree with my spirit guide as the people in the physical world being these demons. We don't have horns coming out of our heads, obviously, these people in the physical world, but we do have people that are very negative and very controlling and very evil. We have murderers, rapists, killers, so on and so forth. Now with these people, those are what we would call the demons. I believe that not all of us are demons, obviously. We come here to the physical world to learn certain lessons in life and then move forward. The people that tend to get lost and distance themselves from their true purpose in life and distance themselves from the other side, they tend to become these demonic-like people. Now, do they get a chance to still cross over and go to heaven? Yes, but not right away. What happens with demonic people is they get sent to a different room, and then what happens is they then become reborn here in the physical world to relive out life repeatedly until they learn or connect themselves back to their life purpose. People sometimes wonder, Chris, does that mean they're stuck forever sometimes? No, not necessarily. Angels can come down and help these people. Spirits can come down and help these people. Not in the physical world as they are a physical body, but once they pass away, an angel can come up and go, we've done this so many times with you, and it's time for you to completely start over again, to get things back on track. I believe full-heartedly that these negative people are our demons in the physical world. When it comes down to demonic presence that people sometimes sense and feel around the house or are told that are in their home, is most likely an aggressive spirit, a ghost, as you will. These ghosts can become aggressive. They can throw tantrums. They can throw things sometimes and move things to scare you. They will never harm you. When it comes down to it, there are no demons in someone's house. I will never tell someone there's a demon in your house. It did take me a long time to connect with the fact that there was no demons because of how I was raised and brought up and told until I could study more in depth about them. When it came to I would say I was 17 years old. I was in my bedroom and the door was left open, which I absolutely hate my bedroom doors being open. They all have to stay shut. I don't know what my problem is with that, but a bedroom door is to stay shut. But when it comes down to what happened was I was sitting there in my bed and I kept feeling like I was being watched. I was very uncomfortable. I felt like I was being hovered over. And I looked up at the doorway and I see this creature standing outside my door and ran up to my bed, posed kind of similar to a monkey where the hands were on my bed with the feet kind of standing up. I stared at it directly. It smiled at me and then vanished. I said to my spirit guide, Anna, I said, Anna, what was that? It really freaked me out. And there I am before getting curious about more of the demonic presence. I was freaking out thinking, oh gosh, there's a demon in my house. What do I do now? She simply said to me, Christopher, that is your energy. You are pushing off energy, which is creating a demonic-like presence for you mentally in my head. I was struggling a lot at that point, and I was lost in my own head. Psychically, I'm very visual, so I get visions about everything, and that's why this energy was showing up as a vision of a demonic-like creature, because my life was, I felt at that time, going into a deep, dark hole. My energy was pushing off that way. Are there real demonic creatures? No, there are not demonic creatures. I highly believe that. When it comes to possessions of objects, they could be from an imprint, which we'll discuss a different time in a different video. Sometimes a soul can get attached to something. Does it mean this object is possessed? No. It just means that it has energy around it that the soul is connecting to, making things happen, usually by a ghost, traumatic deaths, and other situations like that. Possessions itself, when it comes down to it, where you see on movies and stuff, and I just want to remind you guys that movies, to me, when it comes to scary movies, I love watching scary movies, I love the thrill of it, but a lot of the time I look at it like, what the hell just happened? What did I just watch? Because there are certain things, obviously, that they portray in a sense to scare us, to make us have that thrill or make it look worse than what it was. Movies about possession, people that can literally bend their bodies and scream and shout and all that stuff. I believe that they are people with mental disorders that has a problem mentally for themselves and can take physical pain the way that they do. Can a ghost grab you and levitate you and strangle you? I highly doubt that. I have never in my life seen that. I've come across ghosts many of times. I do talk to spirits more than ghosts. And if you guys want to check out what I am meaning by ghosts and spirits, there is a video out on my YouTube channel too called Ghosts and Spirits. But when it comes down to it all, ghosts can be aggressive. They can throw things and shake up your house a little bit to scare you, yes, but there is no way for them to physically do harm to you. And when it comes about demons and these mental disorders that I firmly believe that they are, is because they are sick. They are very sick people. Like I said, I've never come across a demon. I've never come across a figure with horns besides the one that was a mental vibration in my head of just showing me I have to change things in my own life. And literally after I changed things, it went away. I only seen it that once, to be honest, and then it just kind of, and I wanted to change my life up. But when it does come down to it, demonic presence, I feel as if they're not real. They are a substance of our own mind, of people's minds, of how certain religions have put it upon us, our families, how we were raised. Now, we have too much evil in the world to worry about these demonic presence coming up from hell and trying to destroy more than we can handle. I firmly believe that all we need is the people in the physical world that are evil to distract us, put us into a certain area of our charts. They do harm. They do certain things. Does that mean that all people that do mass killings and things like that are demonic? No. Like I said, some of them can have most of a mental disorder type situation. But when it comes down to, for instance, Hitler, he really didn't have mental disorders. He was a very smart person, and hence to why he was allowed to do and did what he did. When somebody is smart as he was to manipulate and control people, that is what we would call demonic presence. Demonic people mainly are people that will stab you and then it's your fault because you ran into the knife. And They can control every ounce of your life, every ounce of your being. A demonic presence could be a child of yours, a lover of yours, a friend of yours. They're around us every single day. And are there worse levels? Of course. You have the people that are neglectful, very to themselves, very hurtful, controlling, manipulative. Then there's other levels of murders and things like that can actually do harm to us. To me, I firmly don't believe in demons. I believe that there is negativity out in the world. I believe that these negative people are what we would call the demons. Yes, you can create things mentally for yourself, your own demonic presence, your own evil, as you should say, but you can always get rid of that and fix that too. And of course, some people do have mental disorders, and there is no shame on that. A lot of people have mental illnesses. I suffer from anxiety and depression situations sometimes too, because I'm human. I always pray for the people that are darker and stuff like that to find the light, to move forward, to love themselves. But when it comes down to it, demons to me are not real. If someone is to tell me that they feel like there's a demon in their own house, I tend to say, okay, we can check this out. And usually when I do a walkthrough as one of the services that I have, I don't ever find a demon. Sometimes I do see ghosts, and sometimes I just feel like the person that I'm trying to help has a mental disorder, a problem, depression in life, a hard life, and they keep bringing it upon themselves where they feel as if there's a demonic presence attached to them, and that's why their life is just falling apart. I also believe that it all started from people being told about these stories, myths, and things like that way back yonder in the old days, where they do feel as if now these are real and they've just been passed down through generations. So you guys, I love you all. I am Christopher Scott Stilson. I'm healing the world one spirit at a time. Please like, subscribe, and connect, and have a wonderful, blessed day.